Pinstar, and this is Good Company Strategy and Tactics, Episode 9. So, we've got some good things and some bad things on the horizon. As we fast-forwarded just a little bit, couple weeks of sales. Our sales are doing very nicely. Our last one was 6 figures, plus a smattering of modules, just because we have some excess of the LED arrays here that I just wanted to bleed off here, and we're about to get a whole heapin' helpin' more. However, our lovely competitors decided that the virtual pet market wasn't crowded enough. Chords of Success, as of this week, have budged their way in there. And we even had an uptick in production for Better Tomorrow. So we had our lowest Butterfly Mama sales last week, and it's going to get even lower with Chords of Success competing in there. This Phase 2 cannot come fast enough. We can't, unfortunately, hit this button any sooner, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But there's good things on the horizon. Just as we hit our last milestone before, we're going to hit another one real quick. Because we're producing and, more importantly, selling so many more products at a time. And this is still the same year. This is all year one. Every product we sell is pushing our products per year metric further and allowing us to hit more and more milestones. And milestones are very good for financials. This is what we're going to be getting when we hit that. Boom, and we hit that. And you know what? 1,500? I think we're going to hit that pretty soon too. So now we're pretty flush with cash. So what do we do with it? Well, first off, let's get rid of our loans. For the moment, we can always retake them with bigger and better loans. As you can see, the loans being on offer now are bigger. We can take out more money per slot should we want to do another rapid expansion. But I'm not going to do that just yet. There's a few other things that I have in mind. So one, I was reassessing a couple of things. One, I decided against the wooden bot chassis. We actually want to switch this over because one thing I noticed about the wooden bot chassis, it takes a lot to make compared to one of the base chassis. And we can get a lot done with the base chassis, so we don't necessarily need this one yet. That's not to say that we're going to completely trash it. We'll just push it down the queue a little bit. The other thing is that I think we need to improve our battery. Everything that we're selling at the moment it involves batteries, so going a little bit better with the batteries, probably a smart idea. So we're actually going to push that to the front, and we'll see. We save our progress on the wooden bot chassis, so it's not like all that went to waste. The other reason why we're flipping over to our Tier 1 research and letting our Tier 2 research go back to building up again is because of this. Precision Workbench. This requires 1,500 Tier 2 research plus 300 success points. Now, why do we want that? Well, here's the thing. I was looking at, I want to get into bots. Our CEO has that side trait. Where is he? Robot Enthusiast has a chance of earning a discovery point, 1% chance per employee level, for every robot produced. So we start cranking out a lot of robots, we're going to be rolling in discovery points just from our CEO alone. Now, I was pondering the toy robot, which has the market's already been unleashed. Problem with the toy robot is that this incarnation of it stinks for profitability wise, because if we build this up here, let's just do a bare bones one, 2 of these to fulfill the data storage requirements, and then 2 of these battery stacks to fulfill that. We're only making $244. Now you might say, well, Pinstar, you got plenty of room. Why don't you overload that thing, future-proof it, make it snazzy? Well, here's the problem. Let's max this bad boy out. 2 more batteries. And, yeah, let's get a couple more register banks. And, it's 218. Here's the problem. Here's the reason. we don't get a lot of price bonus for data storage. And we don't get a lot of price bonus for battery life either. So even with this thing nice and shiny, future-proofed, we're not making a lot of profit. And I tested it. I actually played a save where we got the wooden case. It's no better with the wooden case either. The wooden case can't carry its weight. And here's the reason why. I don't want to discourage you from the toy robot market in your own game. The way the toy robot works is that when a game is generated, the markets randomly generate what is expected of it. And for the toy robot, it involves battery life plus one other randomly determined feature. It could be visuals, it could be sounds, it could be processing power, it could be locomotion, mobility. It could be any of those. But my incarnation of my game, the toy robot generated with memory, and memory does not pay very well. Had it randomly generated with some of the more lucrative types that were still easy enough to fulfill, then we'd be diving headfirst into the toy robot market. But as such, we're going to be skipping it. It's not worth our time and effort to go into the toy robot market. That being said, we're not abandoning bots as a whole. We just need to look to the future, look to a future market. Courier bots are the next more advanced version of the bots, and these things have more lucrative requirements and pay off a lot more. And you're not quite as susceptible to randomness as you are with the toy robots. So that's what we're going to do. Now, am I going to unlock it right now? We do have the discovery points for it. Not yet. We're not quite ready, because the thing with the Courier bots, a lot of the advanced parts that you need for the Courier bot depend on sundries. Now, what are sundries? Sundries are like little screws and bips and bobs, and you know when you get like an IKEA furniture and you have that big packet of like a million screws that you need to put the thing together? Those are sundries. We need to manufacture our own sundries. Here's the problem with manufacturing our own sundries. Let me just toss out a shelf here for you. Just random work shelf here. So compound sundries, even with the basic workbench, which is the more advanced physical crafting thing, still takes a day. A full day with the more advanced one, and 2 full days on the tinker table, which is just insane. And you need a lot of these things to properly put together a bot. So doing it with like 11 billion of these tables, not very tenable. What's the solution? The precision workbench, which can do sundries along with a whole bunch of other stuff in half a day, which is like the stock standard amount for a module production and components construction. So this is what we really need if we want to get our bots going. The other thing we want is an assembly table that is specific to bots, but we need this one so much more. So we have some time on our hand. We need to bide our time. We gotta get enough success points to warrant to catch up to that. Now that got me thinking. Looking back at our success points, I am still very happy with. We've already gotten the success points from here. We're very happy with this one. We're gonna get this, but I'm not so happy about this. And the reason being is, yes, I think we're going to get it before the end of the quarter easily, but it gives us more discovery points, and for every 100 calculators, and we're not making that many calculators, and like a drip feed of, we're already going to be getting a ton of discovery points from once we get into bot production. So this isn't actually very valuable to us. Now we have a couple other options to go here. One is we can go the analysis route, because we are analyzing tier 2 or higher modules, so this will complete very easily. But then we still have this elusive components, and we're at a part in the game where we could actually go for this and potentially hit it. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for our original plan here. And remember, it's 24 stacks of components, not just 24 components. Now, where are we going to put this? I mean, we do have open space here, but because of the policies here, all component and module production here are penalized in their speed. Don't want that. But there's no room. There's literally no room in any of our other buildings. So that's where a new building's going to come in. We're going to buy one, but it's going to be on the smaller side. 74K. We're going to buy this building. And we're going to do a couple of things with it. We're actually going to relocate our science department over here to free up space, both for more storage here, but also to turn some of this section into a component construction and sales, because we don't want to be hauling a bunch of components around if we can help it. So that is what we're going to do. And of course, this new building needs a new work zone, and I've got just the name for it here. Huja Data. It's the name for our my name and game patron, Sana Huja, who requested a pun on their last name here. So Huja Data is going to be our R&D department dedicated zone. So we're going to do analysis organization. We're going to do some research and development. And while we're here, let's do module output. There's a reason for this. We're not going to be doing a bunch of modules here, but we are going to do a little tiny bit. Now, down here at Seona's storehouse, well, first off, we got to migrate our whole science department over. So hang on just a second, folks. After doing some thinking and shuffling around, I came to a realization. We're a little bit further into the quarter than I realized, more than a third. So, and being that we don't get any retroactive stock on this, because, well, we haven't been selling any stacks of components to the market, I think that pursuing this would be foolish. Because the problem is if you reach the end of the quarter and you have not fulfilled a goal, that you get to keep that goal, but it resets to 0, and now you've just wasted that space. And I'm not all about that. So we're gonna get rid of that. And but I'm still confident in my assessment that the calculator goal is the wrong move, because one discovery point every 100 calculators produced is both going to be redundant based on our CEO's ability and also not that great of a passive. So I think we're going to go, we're going to keep running with the R&D ball, and we're going to go with the sampling modules here to get us some analysis speed goodness. And I mean, look at that, we're almost done with this one, and we will easily finish it off before the end of the quarter. Not to mention this one, which is already making some good progress. We'll get even more progress from these two workbenches doing their thing. Now, what is this setup here that I've built off screen? Well, this, if you'll notice, is a similar setup to the logic circuits that I set up, sort of crammed into right here. One thing I've noticed is that we don't quite have enough logic circuits to make a 6-table thing of the Pocket Pal work for us. We can actually only run 4 tables, and otherwise people were constantly stopping there. So I temporarily shifted 2 of them over to the Void Boy, but I want to shift them back to the Pocket Pal. So our goal here is just to make a couple more of those modules, but we don't need the full production's worth of it. So what we're doing here is we're making the full production's worth because the ratios work out this way, but we're also having a couple of analysis tables nibble at them. So we have a couple more analysis tables generating some tier 2 research by digesting some of those circuit boards while maintaining down here our LED matrix things. And then this whole area, we moved all of the research tables from down there up to here, because the research tables do not need to be in proximity of these goods. In fact, all of this setup right here, this is all temporary. Eventually this building is probably going to be all research tables. But for now, I think that's the way to do, and that gives us more space. I got us a second crate here for the Zenadar Pocket Pal, so now we have at least 2 pallets of final product storage for all of our stuff. Now let's get some stuff set up here. I did do off screen here some seating as per my my suggestion here. So we got some raw materials already physically placed here, but what we do need to do is get a courier, and we're going to do a 3-fer courier route. So we're going to start at Seona's storehouse at the raw materials pallet. Then we want you to deliver those to Hujadata. Now from Hujadata, we want you to come down here to the module storehouse, and then go back down here to Seona's storehouse. So now here we have a variety of things. So we know we need plastic and we know we need metal, because those are the raw materials that need to come up. So Seona's storehouse, we're going to pick up, and Hujadata, drop off. And then Thibault, you do nothing with the raw materials. Then on here, the logic circuit needs to be picked up. You don't do anything with Seona circuit. Hujadata, you pick it up. Thibault, you drop it off. And then you come back empty for the other one. So since we have these here, we can just sort of repeat these here. So two of those, and a logic circuit here. There we go. We'll get 1 employee on that. So that should take care of that. And yeah, let's unpause. I know we kind of dipped into the red here, but our profits are such that we'll recover from that rather quickly. What is your deal? Oh, we need to balance these out for the moment. Get you some more Pocket Pal space here. These will eventually all go back to the Pocket Pal once I switch these over. As all of our employees migrate over. I think I moved this person over to a different spot. Yeah, you're supposed to go over to Hujadata. Well, there might not be anything for them to... Oh, that's why. Because we don't have all of our... We didn't hire all of our employees. Herpaderp. We built that one just for sample's sake here. An unmanned basic workbench. That's probably set up leftovers from before. All right, what's our new assignment here? The Clark Group wants... Interesting. This actually kind of factors into what we were going to make anyway. Interesting product choice. Well, we might be able to bake some of our production line with this this bad boy here. And unlike the gears, this one actually can make us some decent amount of money. Because yeah, at 460 per item, this is a module that sells like a finished product. So yeah, maybe we will get into that. Oh yeah, these 2 things I have set to pull directly off of the pallet. That way they can siphon off of it without it like reserving these modules 100% for the analysis people. The courier will still take them to their destination. Yeah, these analysis tables need to wait for the finished products to come on out, but that's okay. We just need to wait for a few more success points, which we're probably going to get through a combination of finishing off these 2 goals, plus probably our next milestone here. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Yeah, I wanted to point one other thing out here. one of my commenters pointed out or asked the question about did we get any more lucky employees, and from what I've seen so far, no. We still have the one lucky employee. We also had the one influencer employee that we started off with, but we got two other ones, two nimble. I thought for some reason I thought nimble was 50%. It's only 20%, but still, I made sure to put them into logistics employees, respectively. So, yeah, nobody else came with pre-seeded traits, but we got a couple of nimble employees, which are good for that. Yeah, we're still overproducing this, but I think we're getting pretty close with our game devices. Oh, it shows what now. By the way, this is on the experimental patch 1.09. So they made some changes here. So I think it shows which ones we are in at the moment. So we are in 4 out of the 6 markets, which ain't too shabby. Yeah, they're still eating my lunch here, and that still has me upset. But soon. All right, well, we got the sampling modules. Excellent. Now, when you complete one of these, you get the success points up front. So we got the 60 up front, front loaded, but we do not get the passive until the quarter officially ends. So these 3 passives are in effect now, but those are the ones we had from first quarter. But yeah, I have no concern about our ability to complete this part. Yeah, I do kind of want to compete and actually try and grab this assignment here, because that's going to kind of sort of pull into some of the other stuff that we're going here. More calculators competition, fair enough. Are we maxing out the calculator market? I mean, we're pushing as hard as we can, so we're selling what we can, but we're not building up a huge surplus of calculators either. So I think our calculator production is right where it needs to be. We need to get to that magic 1,500 point here, and we also need the 300 point success points here. Another round of sales. We can see what got left over. I think they were in transit, so those are not technically leftovers. They would have sold had they hit the pallet in time, but we have a full pallet and change of our other stuff here. Still 131,000. Nothing to turn our nose up at. Yeah, and the only reason we sold so few pocket computers is because the boxes were en route. And I converted the 2 pocket computer back to proper pocket computer people, so we should be good here. Yeah, you don't need, for some reason, there's some, we don't need the LED matrices on here. So let's put these back, since we seem to be running a little low on them. That is better. And yeah, we're already racing up to our 3rd milestone. When you have 4 production lines and they're all selling pretty well, that's not so hard. Now, as you go up in milestones, the amount of products you have to sell for each subsequent one increases greatly, but so do the rewards. And that's going to be part of the other thing that we do here. Yeah, we're almost up to our research point limit here. We are almost done with our component batches here. I just noticed a little bit of we are running out of plastic and chemicals here. So you know what? We're going to bump up our logistics for plastics and chemicals here. And for our route here. Oh yeah, let's name this one here. Logic Gate Trio. Oh, I made a copy of the same thing here. Yeah, let's get rid of this route. This is the route that I wanted. That's better. But for our, this is going to be virtual pet raw materials. Tricky. Let's go, because we kind of need both, but I can't leave any of these off of the order here. We'll go plastic. Pick up, drop off. We'll add another courier here so that we have double-barreled cycling here, so that we get this area more readily supplied so we don't run into temporary shortages there. Also, I noticed that one of these tables was unemployed for a little bit, so I employed somebody there, but that's why we were running into wooden case shortages here. So that should resolve itself shortly. Our pocket pals, actually, yeah, the case shortage is what's going on here, and that's kind of global here. But that's because I forgot one person down at the bottom. But we got our component crafting here. So now we have our 300 success points. We've got our more than 1,500. So we can get our precision workbench. And our precision workbench is one of the things we need to get our component, our compartment here, which we need for the assignment. And then that's also going to lead into our bots once we get the success points for that. So let us unlock this, and in our next episode we're going to go on assignment. We're going to par bake our bot construction just to fill the assignment, and then once that's over and done with, it's bot time. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!